This is Alison. She jumps off cliffs for a living and is the world champion at it. Meet Roz. She's the UN Environment Programme climate hero who is famous for single-handedly rowing across the Atlantic Ocean, and now she plans to row all the way across the Pacific. Recently, the two teamed up on an expedition to cut carbon emissions and walked all the way from the Big Ben in London to Brussels, covering over 250 miles on foot.
We're on our way to Copenhagen for the Climate Change Conference, and we'll be doing a number of presentations there and just trying to spread some inspiration and raise the energy and hopefully inspire a few people to rise to the challenges that lie ahead.
We can look at climate change as an opportunity for energy security, job security, economic development. We can really move forward as opposed to thinking of it as something that's negative. We need to redirect the conversation into something really positive that's going to be a benefit for the entire world, because who doesn't want to save money? And because I'm a skier, I wanted to carry my skis to represent that almost half of the world's drinking water comes from snow and ice.
From Brussels, Alison and Roz boarded the Climate Express train to complete their journey.
Handmade and hand-printed.
The Climate Express train rolled into Copenhagen ahead of the COP15 meeting, and perhaps setting the mood for these climate discussions. On board the train was at least 400 climate change negotiators, environmental activists, business leaders and journalists. Along with Alison and Roz, the UNEP carriage dragged in a selection of experts from all parts of the world. Fanny Armstrong, director of the film The Age of Stupid, is not one to mince her words. We interviewed her on board the UNEP carriage.
And so in the future, people are not really going to be looking back and saying that we're stupid. They're going to be calling us a lot worse than stupid, unless we get the right deal at Copenhagen, unless we do turn the whole thing around.
We could have saved ourselves, but we didn't. It's amazing. What state of mind were we in to face extinction and simply shrug it off?
So the climate change blockbuster of the year, I believe. It's basically set in 2055, and it's the version of the future where we fail at Copenhagen now. And so in the future, the whole world is devastated. Runaway climate change has devastated the planet, and there's one survivor there, and he's looking back, at us now, and he's trying to work out why we didn't save ourselves when we had the chance.
Also on board were Chinese business persons who are passionate for the environment. Wang Shi has climbed the highest mountains on all continents. He has discovered firsthand how glaciers are melting due to climate change. Now, his business is committed to low-cost construction of green buildings that can be assembled almost effortlessly. Other Chinese businessmen on the train discussed how they were mimicking nature to construct green buildings that will be energy efficient. They will be built in an anthill-type structure that will house thousands of people on a small area of land, as ants do. What you've just accomplished.
We're trying to say that no matter how big the challenge, when you take it just one step at a time, you can achieve almost anything.
Alison and Roz take extreme actions simply to show you how easy it is to do the ordinary.
If we all walked more and drove a bit less, it would be good for our bodies and good for the planet.
So the next time UNEP puts together an event, you don't want to miss it.